Welcome all. I'm Matt Farris, and I have been a ministerial intern here at UU Asheville for the past year. Believe it or not, assisting me today in a modified worship associate role is none other than Reverend Audette, our lead minister. She'll probably do all right. And Graham is making everything happen on tech today. Dr. Les will be providing some of our music today. Thank you so much. Welcome back. And we'll also be blessed with the music from Will Jernigan, Brett Johnson, and Sandra Goodson. Thanks as always to the ushers and the folks who provide coffee and treats, the folks who set up and clean up at coffee hour, our faith formation gurus, and everyone else in the beloved community here who's contributing this morning to our flourishing. This means you. It's my genuine honor and privilege to serve you today. This is the space. This is the place for beloved community. For those of you online, you are with us as well. Our shared UU values remind us that love is at the center of our lives. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter how you identify, no matter whom you love, you are truly welcome in this place. Let us all open our hearts to the spirits of love, the whole, and the divine as we practice beloved community today. Well, my friends, it's my last and final day here as your ministerial intern. Today, our service will celebrate a profound year of learning for all of us. In meaningful ways, we have all been on the Fool's Journey, a pathway for the pursuit and practice of wisdom, a journey of and for living well. Today marks a significant transition we're making together, the beginning of the end of this internship relationship, and the inauguration of another Fool's Journey for the congregation and for me. Since today's service requires that we're unhurried in both celebration and mourning, perhaps, our service may go a bit longer than usual. As we move into the sacred time of ceremony together, what's called Kairos time, I assure you that I will not forget that we're also living in Chronos time, or clock time. May our time together today be a blessing for all. And now, let us receive the gift of our opening music.
now we have the opportunity to welcome one of our fabulous youth members, Harper, who's going to lead us in our chalice lighting this morning.
Our chalice lighting words today is adapted from the words of Sarah Lowell. May this chalice lighting illuminate our path together today. We take time to remember our ancestors' journey lit by 1,000 stars. What the wilderness taught them, blessed art thou, divine mysteries. Trusting the path, celebrate with joy. What must the wilderness teach us? Where can we pray to 1,000 stars to feel our own life's blessing, to know our own journey lit from within? We take time to remember and celebrate with joy. We light our chalice in honor of this celebration of journey ancestors enjoy. Please rise now in body and spirit as we sing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life, 2 times through.
Thank you.
Checkers. There we go. Excellent. I've got a great story for you today. It's called Change Sings, a Children's Anthem by Amanda Gorman and Lauren Long. I really like this one because it's got such great colors and it's got such a great message for all of us today. Go. I can hear change humming in its loudest, proudest song. I don't fear change coming, and so I sing along. I scream with the skies of red and blue streamers. I dream with the cries of tried and true dreamers. I'm a chant that rises and rings. There is hope where my change sings. Though some don't understand it, those windmills of mysteries, I sing with all the planet and its hills of histories. I hum with 100 hearts, each of us lifting a hand. I use my strengths and my smarts, taking me to make a stand. I'm bright as the light each day brings. There is love where my change sings. I show others tolerance, though it might take some courage. Yeah, we're having some tolerance here, and it's not easy, as you can see. I don't make a taller fence, but fight to build a better bridge. I talk not only of distances from where and how we came, I also walk our differences to show we are the same. I'm a movement that roars and springs. There's a wave where my change sings. Change sings where? There, inside me, because I'm the change I want to see. As I grow, it grows like seeds. I am just what the world needs. I'm the voice where freedom rings. You're the love your bright heart brings. We are the wave starting to spring, for we are the change we sing. We're what the world is becoming, and we know it won't be long. We all hear change strumming. Won't you sing along? The end. Now let's please sing our children and youth to their faith formation adventures. We want any parents, especially if you're new here, to go with your children so that you can see where to pick them up. And you'll meet the group's leaders. And we'll sing As You Go to put them on their way.
Before Matt does what he's about to do next, leading us in the ritual, if you have what was given to you before the service, go ahead and fill it out. It's part of the ritual that comes next.
Okay, y'all, as you know, from time to time, I like to pass on spiritual practices, and the 3 Ahs is really one of my favorites. The 3 Ahs is how we spiritually ask for help, receive help, and because help is so abundant, because we're living in the flow of abundance and grace, we give help. It is overflowing. And so when we do it together, we're really, truly helping one another. So the way this works is that we take in a nice big breath, we give a big ah. It doesn't have to sound good though, right? It just has to be a nice ah. As you're doing your ah, think of the kind of help that you might need on your journey. What kind of help do you need for your journey today? Then we do another big breath in, and we do another This time, we're saying yes to the help that is always already there for us. We recognize that we're in an abundant world, and we just have to accept the help that we're asking for. And so when we that second time, we're saying yes to the help. Another big breath in. And our final is we are giving help because we're so full and so abundant with the love and the gifts that the universe represents. We're passing it along. And you'll see that we'll repeat this kind of third at the very end of the service with the benediction. All right, so we're ready for our 3 Ahs for our Fool's Journey. Okay, here we go. Ready? And then a big clap. Thank you so much.
So today, this service is quite the mix. You know, we've been blessed this year with 2 interns, and Matt has been with us a bit longer. And one of the incredible blessings that happens when a congregation has an intern is that we get to learn together, we get to watch a minister becoming, right, and see all the different ways that ministry can be done. One of the additional blessings is that because an intern isn't tasked with all the administration and the meetings and sort of behind the scenes gear grinding that ministry often includes, they're able to offer a different kind of ministry of presence, and I have to say that Matt was uniquely gifted in this respect. Would you agree? Yeah. It's not a given, but this is one of the things that has made Matt the minister that he is and is becoming. So what we're going to do now is very simple. You all have a card. I hope that you've already maybe taken a few minutes to just write a word, a prayer, or a blessing for Matt. We're also going to hold a moment of silence here to give our spiritual blessing to him, let it fill this room, fill this space, but also if you need to write a little bit more, there's a time for that. And then all we're going to do is come up and place those cards into the vessel so that he'll have them. There's a bunch of different ways these can be used in his ministry going forward, but mostly today it's for us to feel our gratitude, feel the blessing of having had Matt with us this year, and to begin the work of both letting him go and blessing him on his way. So for now, we're going to hold a moment of silence together so you can finish writing or lift up your own loving thoughts and prayers. To the spaces between us, We hold that bubble of love that will fill Matt up, and he'll be able to take it with him. And I hope, too, you will feel filled with the blessings that has been his internship with us. And at this time, I'm going to invite you, if you will, just come and place your cards in this vessel up front. It might be a little chaotic and random, but we trust the process. So come on down. First of the practices of blessing that we'll do, but as we take a moment to gaze upon the overflowing bowl that represents the love that has been shared between this congregation and Matt, we also take a moment to light this candle of memory and love. And now for the reading today. This is something that I chose to both bless him, but also to remind us all of the way that ministry is shared between us. And so, although Matt, I hope you will hear this as a particular blessing when you're going forward, I also hope that everyone here will hear it and be called into your own sense of how you show up in the world and how you bless the spaces that you enter. This is from the book by John O'Donohue, To Bless the Space Between Us, and this is called For Absence. May you know that absence is alive with hidden presence, that nothing is ever lost or forgotten. May the absences in our lives grow full of eternal echo. May you sense around you the secret elsewhere where the presences that have left you dwell. May you be generous in your embrace of loss, and may you experience a seamless flow of presence. May your compassion reach out to the ones we never hear from. May you have the courage to speak for the excluded ones. May you become the gracious and passionate subject of your own life. May you not disrespect your mystery through brittle words or false belonging. May you be embraced by God, in whom dawn and twilight are one. And may your longing inhabit its dreams within the great belonging. May we be there together, and may it be so. Blessings, Matt.
So this is a song Paul McCartney wrote about a wise sage who was seen as just an out-of-touch fool. So if you know this song, feel free to sing it with us. Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. Sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round. Along the way, he's getting around. The man of the thousand voices talking perfectly loud. He is him who simply against the rain. Seems to notice what the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning round.
Good morning, beloved community, here in the sanctuary at UU Asheville, and wherever you are online. It's a blessing to be together with you. Okay, you get ready? This is the last sermon I'll deliver as your ministerial intern at UU Asheville. Can I get an amen? Amen. Can I get a may it be so? Can I get an alrighty then? Well then, with a jubilant, mournful, grateful, and excited spirit, I'd like to spend some time with you reflecting on this internship year. In preparation for what I'm about to say, I want to acknowledge that I'm probably going to cry through this sermon. That's okay. I will drip with gratitude and appreciation and some healthy learning. You might drip this way too. That's okay. May we all be so fortunate to cry together this way, to reap with blessings. This is the expert worship associate. Because our time together has been so significant, so sublime in its unfolding, I'm going to frame our internship year in appropriate religious and philosophical terms, ones that reflect the deep meaning of our work together as a congregation. Today, we're focused on a mythological process that's been fundamental to wisdom traditions and religions as far back as once upon a time can reach. To ground our reflections in a particular wisdom tradition, we're reflecting on the fool's journey of the Tarot wisdom system, with its sacred beginning, ending, new beginning pattern. Through this mythological, symbolic figure of the sacred fool, I want to celebrate and mourn the profound journey we have been on together this year as the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Asheville. On the face of it, what I'm saying is that UU Asheville's year with 2 ministerial interns has been a fool's journey for everyone. Today is my final day as your ministerial intern, your foolish intern. Today is your final day as a foolish congregation with an intern. Now, to be clear, when I invoke the fool, I'm not calling anyone a knucklehead, a dipstick, or a dolt. I'm not maligning myself as your intern or disparaging you as a congregation. To the contrary, the fool to which I'm referring is a person or community on the path of wisdom, on a journey of pursuing and practicing living well. The fool is the 0 card of the Tarot, the pilgrim beginning a sacred process of discovery, challenges, learning, making mistakes, and the transmutation of the spirit, the journey of becoming wise and holistically well. In the Tarot system, the fool is often the querent, the person seeking wisdom, guidance, or insight. The fool is me. The fool is you. As the sacred wayfarer, we begin our journey uncertain as to the outcome of our sacred pilgrimage. But we know, for the Tarot tells us so, that our path is populated with sages, tools, and gifts, divine assistance all along the way. Before I reflect more upon my fool's journey this year, I'd first like to do some good old visual show and tell exploration with you. This is the Fool of the Tarot. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith version of the Sacred Fool, probably the most recognizable version in existence. In some circles, this version is definitive due to its symbolic richness. Take a close look. What do you see? What do you see? Coming off a cliff. What else? There's a dog. There's a dog, right.
Bindle stick.
What's that?
A bindle stick.
A bindle stick, that's right, exactly. Sunshine. Flowers and intention, yes. Okay. This is the Thoth version of the Torah, authored by Alistair Crowley and Frieda Harris. It's very different from the Rider-Waite-Smith version, right? In some circles, this version is definitive due to its symbolic richness. Take a close look. What do you see? What do you see? Right? What else? Flowers? Yep, more flowers. Horns. Yes. Confidence, butterflies. Some grapes up there in the corner. Thank you, Dionysus. Yes, yes. Unlike the first one, feet completely in the air. Okay, so finally, this is the Golden Dawn Ritual Torah by Chick and Sandra Tabitha Cicero. It's very different from the Rider-Waite-Smith and Thoth versions, right? In some circles, this version is definitive due to its symbolic richness. Take a close look. What do you see? Flowers. Yes, yes. There's a child. Yes, yes. Anything else? There's a wolf. Okay. I figured you'd highlight some key features of these visual representations of the sacred fool. So what did I notice about your noticing, your observations? Well, I noticed that the fool has an attitude, and the fool seems to be, in both of the first two cases, the fool seems to be kind of, I guess we're doing this. There's a kind of a knowing, but maybe not entirely understanding what's going on. In both cases, there are flowers in all three of them. And there's clearly some kind of process happening. There's a motion. The third one is a little bit different because we have the child making the sign of the whisper. This is the Greek god of silence, basically saying that the fool is in the place before words, where all the intelligence and all the wisdom exists. And when we go on this journey, we begin to hear the words, and we begin to see things, and we begin to encounter our journey. But we are inherently wise. That's what this fool wants to tell us. All right. So I wanted to show you those Torah images from the sacred spiritual tools that I use, because they suggest how layered and meaningful our life is when we understand ourselves to be on the fool's journey. Those images also illuminate how the fool is. We are abundantly resourced for the journey. That fool and the first one, there's a pack. And it looks kind of small, right? But everything the fool needs for the fool's journey is in that little pack. That's part of the secret of this Torah. It's all there in that little pack. It just keeps unfolding and unfolding. Our path of wisdom happens in the context of the flow of abundance and grace. In fact, the Fukiao prayer I've shared with you in some previous services could well be the gift of the fool, the medicine or the blessedness of the sacred pilgrim, the divine grace of the wayfarer. The prayer my Congolese elder, Bunseki Fukiao, shared with me could very well be the fool's prayer. The Fukiao prayer goes like this: I am aware, I understand, and I know. The divine presence is in me, and I recognize that I am in the flow of abundance and grace. Friends, what else could we need for our journey? Fukiao and the fool are telling us two things. two vital things. One, we are divine. And two, our path in life is the flow of abundance and grace if we can allow ourselves to perceive and live it that way. You know, we've all started new things in life. The fool's journey is archetypal. It's a universal human experience. We've all transitioned from one phase of life to the next. We've all experienced that special time between winter and spring that really marks the beginning of spring and a new turning of the wheel. We've all been aware, to one degree or another, that we're on the precipice of some cliff, and we need to make a leap of faith into some unknown landscape. We've all been the fool over and over and over again. What I'm suggesting this morning is that we can and should become more mindful of our passages, crossings, and voyages, and find the wisdom in those archetypal cycles. When I started my ministerial internship in September of last year, I couldn't have possibly known what I would learn and experience in the coming year. I mean, wow, right? I could not have possibly known. On September 1st of last year, I was a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed intern, ready but not prepared for a pseudo-ministerial role here at UU Asheville. I had my chain. As the sacred pilgrim, I made my leap of faith into this internship with gusto, my feet kicking joyfully in the air, like the Thoth version of the Fool, that second one, just right up there in the air. I had every reason to believe that I would land on solid ground and start putting one foot in front of the other with you. Instead, this fool and you fools landed in the muddy, river-soaked, tree-strewn earth of our post-Irene landscape. But we didn't stop there. We didn't languish or give up. In one way or another, we embraced the flow of abundance and grace. We regathered ourselves as a resourced community of resourced individuals. We honored our shared Unitarian Universalist values with love at the center, and we moved on faithfully together. After Helene, Reverend Audette wisely and compassionately put me and my internship on a 3-week hiatus. At that time, I regathered myself as a resourced individual in the flow of abundance and grace. And in late October, my internship started once again. I'll never forget what came next. You all re-inaugurated my internship by calling me into my ministerial formation. You reminded me that the fool's journey is a sacred process, that I needed to show up just as I am, be myself, learn, grow, and be of service. You reminded me that our shared UU value of interdependence means that I could and needed to attend to my own health and wellness while attending to the health and wellness of my community, you. I needed to offer my particular gifts, my medicine, and receive your particular gifts, your medicine, just like our 3 O's practice earlier. You reminded me that I am a well-resourced sacred fool on a journey, and so are you. As our wisdom story today says, change things where? There, inside me, because I'm the change I want to see. As it grows As I grow, it grows like seeds. I am just what the world needs. We are the wave starting to spring, for we are the change we sing. We're what the world is becoming, and we know it won't be long. We all hear change strumming, won't you sing along? And today, now, I want to conclude by reaffirming that in our time of rebecoming, you have truly become a teaching congregation. And you have done what James Luther Adams calls a priesthood and prophethood of all believers, with your own distinctive congregational ministry. What you have done for me and my ministry is inestimable, beyond measure. You've grown me as a future minister by asking me to be ministerial with you. In fact, you pledged to offer me your medicine, your gifts, to help me grow in wisdom as a future congregational minister. I'd like to remind you of the covenant you made with me and with D.K. Browning on September 8th of last year at our installation as your ministerial interns. These were Reverend Audette's words. I call Matt Farris and T.K. Browning to the pulpit. Here in Asheville, we have begun a new thing by bringing these two interns into our midst to learn the practice of parish ministry and to stretch and grow with us. As we assume the mantle of a teaching congregation, it is up to each of us to offer them our support and compassion as they grow into the visionary ministers they have been called to be. It is up to us to create the safe container where they can succeed and fail, where they are free to learn how to build ministry within the context of a living community with love at the center. Members of UU Asheville, will you give generously of your time, wisdom, and compassion? Will you trust yourselves in these ministers becoming and dare to engage fully in this internship? Will you keep hearts and minds open to the gifts they bring to this congregation? If so, please answer with an enthusiastic, "We will." Beloved community, you have. And now, please answer with an enthusiastic, "We have, may it be so." We have, may it be so. You have, may it be so. Thank you, and thank the gods for the blessing you have been for me. I am finished. Mitake Oyasin, all my relations. Oh, you were risen. That was good. Please rise now and by your spirit. Thank you. Continue to rise as we sing hymn number 128, "For All That Is Our Life."
It's a lot, right? Yeah. But this is a fun part of our service. This is the work of the congregation, and we like to begin that by inviting our visitors or maybe our guests. If you're willing and able to do so, we'd love for you to just rise, tell us your name and where you're visiting from today. We have folks passing around with microphones, so we'll be able to hear you, and so our beloveds at home will be able to hear you. Anyone want to break the ice and say hello?
My name is Jim Hawks. I'm visiting my brother John Hawks here, and I'm a member of the UU in Traverse City, Michigan. A beautiful place, just like Asheville.
Welcome.
I'm Sophia. I live up in Weaverville, and this is my first time joining y'all. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Bria. I'm here today visiting with Joe. I'm from Warren Wilson College, and I'm excited to be here.
Welcome.
My name's Elmer, I'm visiting from 5 blocks away, and that's it.
My name's Nathaniel, and I'm from Arden right here.
Welcome.
My name's Phil, and I'm in Malaysia. This is my first seeing social ever.
Maybe not your last, we hope. Well, wonderful. I want to introduce really quickly, if you haven't had a chance, because we're going to have a big old party at coffee hour. So I want to introduce Trevor, our connections coordinator. Everybody wave at Trevor, say hi. Trevor is amazing at helping folks get connected here, as the title implies. Also, every member of our congregation is really good at that, because during coffee hour, everyone speaks to at least 3 new folks that you haven't spoken to, not just your besties, but somebody new that we make welcome. That's a big goal, and our congregation actually is well known for doing this, and it makes such a difference. I don't know, how many of you were new here and somebody talked to you and it really made a difference? Right? It's huge. It's huge. So we thank you all for doing that. And if you didn't see them, our announcements run as slides at the beginning of the service, but if you're ever wondering what's happening, you can certainly visit our website, see the calendar there. But we also have a weekly e-news on Thursdays that everyone always opens up and reads every bit because it's so amazing. If you're not already receiving that, just reach out to us at information@uuasheville.org and we'll get you signed up. Our Community Plate recipient, because we share the plate every single week, is our Swannanoa Communities Together. So our offering this morning is going to be split with our partner, Swannanoa Communities Together, unless you personally intend your gift to be applied to your pledge, in which case there are some envelopes in the pews. If you're sitting up front, you may need to look behind you. You're also able to donate online, and we're going to have a QR code. Those gifts are split. The work and ministries of this congregation, they are entirely supported by the generosity of our members and friends. We don't have groups outside sending us cash, so it's up to us. And we celebrate that generosity every Sunday. We do it with music and with thanks. You make us possible, and we give thanks for you. And so the offertory will now be gratefully collected.
This is a song about minister and church boundaries, I believe. I'll set the stage for about 2 months in the future. We're glad that phase walks the streets of Asheville.
Oh my gosh, isn't it good to be able to laugh at what is a sad and sometimes uncomfortable transition, right? Because Matt really won't be here. He really is going to be doing other things. He really does have a changed relationship. So if you see him sadly wandering the streets, and you're right, because he's not leaving, he's not moving away right now, you can actually speak to him, you can talk to him, but you can't talk about the church. You can say, hey, look at this weather today, or tell me about you, but not about the church. So, but it is good because it's such a fraught and unusual thing. I just want to remind you, you do still have two primary partners here. Claudia and I are here for you. But we will be bereft in not having our ministerial interns in the coming year. But this is the time there when we make it ritualized. I think there's still 2 more rituals at least. This one and then one that Matt will tell you about. But before we do that, why don't we give some gifts, Matt? Come get some gifts to say thank you for all you have given us. This one is from me, and these two are from us.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for all of the gifts, including these. And when I go
Tell
away,
them what they are.
well, I'm sorry. We have Red Bird poems by St. Mary Oliver, of course, right? St. Mary, right? And Remembering Well, Rituals for Celebrating Life and Mourning Death by our own Sarah York.
And then what's this?
And then what's this? It is a nicely wrapped package is what it is. It is it says, the best for you. Oh, wow. Everybody, I have a new chain, but it's got a timepiece attached to it. Oh, it's the coolest time. Thank you so much. It says, to Matt with our love, UU Asheville. It's actually inscribed into the timepiece. Thank you so much.
All right, set this down, and we're going to do a little ritual next. All right, so a ritual that we use, this is a blessing way that we have in our tradition. This is often used when we're ordaining, but it's also a way to say goodbye. What we're going to do now, and it'll line us up to be ready to sing as well. Matt's going to offer the final benediction, his final words for us today, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a laying on of hands. And so what that means is, if you're willing and able to, and we're going to connect, if you need to stay still, we're going to connect to you right here in the front row. Don't you worry, you don't have to move. But if you're able to move, we're going to invite you to, Matt's going to come on down to sort of stand behind your blessing pot there. We need Leanne and others to maybe come and, if you've worked on his internship committee and you're here, if you'll come up. If you're his mentor, Reverend Jim, you might come up and stand close. And we're going to start to make a link so that we're closer and closer to the congregation. In these circumstances, it's best oftentimes to put your hands on the shoulders of people near you. And we're going to invite you, everyone else, to rise if you're willing and able to do so. Come and make a link, a human chain to Matt, if you will, please, and to each other. Go ahead, come on up, can you? All right.
Are we skipping Meet the Moment?
This isn't it, this is Blessing Matt.
Because it was...
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Are we connected in love? If you're not touching someone, let them touch you on your shoulder. Wonderful. I have to be heard, so I'm going to hold my arms to hold all of us together. So direct your loving energy towards Matt and each other, because our ministry extends beyond these walls. It extends to all those beloveds who are joining us at home or who might just see this later. It is Unitarian Universalism carried out into the world from all of us. And we say, Matt, may your heart be open to the wonders and wounds of the world. May your words remember their power to heal or harm, to help or hinder. May your hands be gentle in all their works of love and service. And as you go, may you remember the love that always awaits you here. Matt, you are a blessing. Amen. Come. Why don't you stay where you are, folks, because we're just going to sing after Matt gives us some blessing words. So, Matt, you come on up here and share that benediction. And you turn towards it if you want.
So before I offer our benediction, I'd like to personally welcome you to participate in a final ritual after our service. As we continue to end my ministerial internship in a sacred way, I'm going to ask you to shave my head. For almost 3 decades, sorry, no, this was the only time that I almost cried. I'm doing great. For almost 3 decades, I have ceremonially shaved my head from time to mark a sacred ending and new beginning. My fool's journey as your ministerial intern has come to an end. Your fool's journey as a teaching congregation has come to an end. And it's time for all of us to be willing and able to begin again, to inaugurate a new time of rebecoming. And if you'd like to participate in my head shaving ritual, we'll convene back here in the sanctuary about half an hour, 45 minutes or so into our coffee hour reception after our service. So now for our benediction, as always, we will do the dedication of merit. And at the end, when you hear me say, and we remain in the state of presence, we do one big final awe and a clap, and we send out the merit of this beautiful, beautiful service everywhere. May the benefit of this act and all acts be dedicated unto the complete liberation and supreme enlightenment of all beings everywhere, pervading space and time. So mote it be. May the benefits of practice, ours and others, come to fruition, ultimately and immediately, and we remain in the state of presence. Thank you. We are rising, and so please join us. We will sing Long Time Son, and then we will have some fun in Sandberg Hall together.
And cake.
And cake. Long Time Son, everyone.